This is Maggie, and this is Maggie's husband, Narendra. One night, Maggie's mother-in-law was sleeping. Suddenly, some smoke came inside her room. Her sleep was disturbed, and she was breathing heavily because she had asthma. She was looking for her inhaler, but she couldn't find it. She went to open the door of her room, but the door was locked from the outside. She kept shouting, but no one opened the door. She had an asthma attack and she died. Everyone thought that she died due to asthma attack. 7 years passed. Everything was going fine. One day, a mentally ill person tried to enter Dr. Rizwan's house with a knife. He was forcefully banging on the door, and while screaming, he was threatening to kill the doctor. The doctor's wife saw from inside and saw a crazy person standing with a knife. She informed the doctor, and the doctor called the police. Meanwhile, the crazy person entered through the window and held a knife to the doctor's throat, shouting and repeatedly asking the same question, "Where is my wife?" Because he was a wealthy doctor, the police quickly reached his house. The police picked up the crazy person from there and took him to the police station for questioning. During the interrogation, it was revealed that the crazy person's name is Narendra. His wife's name is Maggie, and he was considering the doctor's house as his own. The doctor calls Maggie and tells her everything. Maggie tells him to go to the police station and retrieve his case. Mistaking him for a mad person, the police released him. A few days later, the police find the decapitated and crushed body of that crazy person near a drain. His face was severely thrashed and disfigured, making it difficult to identify him. Now, the police gathered all the details of the doctor, because they suspected that there must be some connection between the crazy person and the doctor. The police were able to determine from the doctor's call records that he was frequently talking to someone named Maggie, and the crazy person was also mentioning his wife's name as Maggie. The police became completely sure about their suspicion. The police knew that the doctor would not cooperate now, so they went to Maggie's house for questioning. Upon entering the house, the inspector noticed a family photo hanging on the wall. In the photo, he saw a person who looked exactly like Narendra, the crazy person. Maggie confirmed that he is her husband and his name is Narendra. She mentioned that he is currently out of station for some business-related work. The police showed Maggie a photo of the deceased crazy person and told her that his body was found near a drain. Narendra's sister thought that her brother had died. She became very sad, but when she called her brother on the phone, he answered and said that he was perfectly fine, and he would come home after finishing his office work tomorrow. The next day, when the police reached Maggie's house again, they saw that Narendra was there, alive and standing. The police asked Narendra if he had a twin brother. Narendra denied it. Confused, police returns. The next day, the police discovered 2 dead bodies as a result of a car accident. It was revealed that the bodies belonged to Narendra and his sister. The police sent the bodies for a post-mortem examination. The post-mortem report revealed that the body did not belong to Narendra. It belonged to someone else. Narendra's DNA report did not match with the body. The doctor informed that this person had undergone plastic surgery 7 years ago. The police started investigating the records of people who had undergone plastic surgery 7 years ago. After examining the records, it was discovered that the body belonged to a person named Sheikh Shahjahan, because the DNA report from the records matched with this body, and the doctor who performed the plastic surgery was none other than Dr. Rizwan, the same doctor who was attacked by that crazy person with a knife. In the records, Shahjahan had provided Maggie's contact number as the emergency contact. It is also revealed that before the accident, both of them had consumed sleeping pills. The police had a strong suspicion on Maggie. The police took Maggie forcefully to the police station and gave her 4 powerful, tight slaps on her face, asking her what her contact number was doing in Shahjahan's plastic surgery records. She replied with a chicken voice that she didn't know anything. Then 4 more tight slaps were delivered. After that, Maggie opened her mouth. Maggie said,
"I was in love with Shahjahan. We were in the same college. But my parents didn't approve for our relationship as he was from other community. I wasn't happy with Narendra. I wanted to leave Narendra. But if I left him, I would have to give up his property and money, which I don't want to do. I was frustrated. I didn't know what to do, and I was suffocating, living my life with him. I went crazy. I needed both, Shahjahan's love and Narendra's money and property. I loved the smell of Shahjahan. Then I watched a movie in which a man undergoes plastic surgery to change his identity. I was inspired by this idea. I searched the internet and discovered that it was indeed possible. I discussed this with Shahjahan. I told him to find a doctor who could perform this surgery. I was willing to pay whatever amount required. Shahjahan managed to find a doctor from his community named Sheikh Rizwan. The doctor was a fresher. Anyway, the surgery was successful, and he made Shahjahan's face look exactly same like Narendra's face. His fee was 30 lakh rupees, so I gave the Narendra's farmhouse to him as payment. I made the real Narendra mentally ill by giving him the wrong medicine in his food and admitted him to a mental institution. I don't know how he managed to escape from there and ended up at Dr. Rizwan's house. As soon as Dr. Rizwan informed me about this on the phone, I told him to withdraw his case from the police station. Once the police release him, you should kill him. I will give you an additional 5 lakh rupees for that. And he did just that.
Now the inspector asked about why she killed Narendra's mother?
Because she was starting to suspect everything. Narendra was a strict vegetarian. One day, his mother prepared his favorite dish, matar paneer, for him. But Shahjahan said that he liked non-veg food. Narendra's mother became suspicious when she noticed changes in his behavior and the way he spoke. She started telling all her relatives and neighbors that her son has changed. This could escalate our problem. That's why I killed her.
Now the inspector asked about why she killed Narendra's sister and Shahjahan?
One day, I saw Narendra's sister with a boy romancing in her room. He was her boyfriend. His name was Rahul. I informed Shahjahan about this. Shahjahan beat that boy a lot. He had a fight with Rahul. Shahjahan wanted to arrange her marriage with his cousin brother. One day, Shahjahan saw both of them expressing their love together in a park. This made Shahjahan mad. He attempted to kill Rahul with a knife, but ended up injuring himself. A few days later, I found out that Shahjahan had an affair with his cousin's sister. Shahjahan started falling in love with his cousin's sister. I did so much for him. I wasted so much money to spend my life with that bastard. But he, under the excuse of business work, went to his village and romanced with his cousin's sister. Shahjahan had developed feelings for his cousin's sister. That's why I thought of killing him. I had to kill Narendra's sister. Otherwise, I would have to give her share, that is, half of Narendra's property, which I didn't want to do. So I told Shahjahan, why don't you take Narendra's sister with you to your village? Introduce her to your handsome cousin brother. Who knows? They might fall in love. Upon hearing this, Shahjahan happily agreed, and they both left. Before they left, I secretly put some sleeping pills in their water and tampered with the brakes of their car. I thought all the blame would go to the girl's boyfriend, Rahul. The police would assume that Rahul did all this to seek revenge from Shahjahan. But I am a big loser now.
Currently, a strong case is ongoing against Maggie and Dr. Rizwan. Comment down below, whose fault is it? Is it Maggie's fault or her parents' fault?